Hi and welcome to CBN4's Primetime News Package. I'm your presenter, Alian Christopher. First up, the Dominica Hotel and Tourism Association, DHTA, has hailed Hikefest 2018 as an absolute success. Executive Vice President of the DHTA, Kevin Francis, expressed his gratitude to the attendees and said the association was pleased with the support and turnout of patrons for this year's activities. We were elated at the willingness of the public to join us as we rediscover Dominica through hiking. It would not have been as great as it was without you and without our sponsors and partners, Kevin Francis stated. After Hurricane Maria last September, the island's forest suffered extensive damage and some of the landscape has been altered entirely. This, Francis stated, was one of the reasons why it was important to host the event this year, despite several challenges. Over the course of 4 weeks, each Saturday, individuals hiked popular trails including segments of the Waitekubuli National Trail. All hikes were easy to moderate, yet hikers were accompanied by first aid responders, police officers and certified tour guides. This success, Francis stated, will definitely serve as additional motivation to move full speed ahead with our other projects and activities, and we look forward to the continued support of the general public and private sector entities. The police are investigating a fatal road collision which occurred on the Buffet State Main Road and claimed the life of a 10-year-old girl. The collision involved Giovanni Von Garaway, 21, of Cochrane, and Nathalie Matthew of Buffet State. According to the information, Giovanni Garaway was driving pickup registration number FA073 in a west to east direction on the Buffet State Road when he overtook a moving vehicle traveling in the same direction. Police PRO Acting Inspector Simon Edwards said. At that instance, Nathalie Matthew was crossing the road ahead in a north to south direction in front of a vehicle parked on the side of the main road. The pickup hit Matthew, who sustained bodily injuries, Edwards stated. Nathalie was transported to the Accident and Emergency Department of the Princess Margaret Hospital, where she succumbed to her injuries. She was officially pronounced dead by a medical practitioner. Investigations are ongoing. And with just 8 days gone into the 2018 Atlantic hurricane season and the possibility of an increase in mosquitoes, more than we've already been seeing, homeowners, business owners, village councils should consider getting rid of unwanted breeding grounds for mosquitoes. Breeding grounds can be old tires, uncovered drums, tins, bottles, drains, and even stagnant ravines. Well, this is what CBN4 found, a stagnant ravine in Canefield area. Fernie James has more.
As the rainy season begins, residents are asked to take care of their surroundings in order to reduce the rise in mosquitoes. One should monitor his environment to get rid of objects which serves as breeding grounds. Containers such as empty bottles, tin cans, used tires, just to name a few. CBN4 stumbled on this site. It's stagnant water in the mouth of the Old Mill River, draining at Donkey Beach. The scent here is unbearable. Definitely a breeding site for mosquitoes. Just 2 weeks ago, the river, the upper section of the river, was cleared, but this section at Donkey Beach remains as a disturbing site. This particular site where we stand is of great concern to us, not only at CBN4 but for residents and users of the area. CBN4 hopes that persons responsible for the environment sees this report and acts on it immediately. Fernie James reporting for CBN4 News.
And the signing of 33 contracts in the community of Trafalgar for home reconstruction and renovation represents the government's continued thrust to addressing the need for safe and resilient homes for families in Dominica directly affected by the passage of Hurricane Maria in September of 2017. The contract signed at Trafalgar includes 12 apartment units for Trafalgar, reconstruction of 2 homes and renovation of 6 petrocasas in Lily Valley. There will also be reconstruction of 10 petrocasas in Stock Farm, 10 in Platma Pier in Solihull, 10 in Portsmouth, and renovation of 7 homes in Saint-Sauveur. The project is being funded by the Ministry of Housing and Lands in collaboration with the government of the Bolivarian Republic of Venezuela.
So, as I've said before, every roof we cover in Dominica is one person less who will be exposed to the elements. And every home we build for a family in Dominica is one less family in Dominica who is without a home calling theirs. And sometimes people want to measure progress by big things. But sometimes the little things, the step by step, add up, and it makes a huge difference in the lives of our people.
The Prime Minister also noted during his address that the government is not obligated to build homes for any citizen of the country, but is doing so because the DLP administration cares about the people of Dominica.
What we have been doing for this country, especially after this hurricane, is unprecedented. Unprecedented. As of today, this government has deployed financial resources to every single village in Dominica, every single constituency in Dominica. But not only financial resources, assistance by way of materials, paid for by the Treasury of Dominica. Because we recognize that had the government not stepped in, the majority of us would not be able to underwrite the huge cost of reconstruction. And we do so not because we are obligated to do so. Government does not have to build a house for anybody. This government, this Labour Party is doing it because it cares about the people of Dominica. And as Prime Minister of Dominica, I have a home. I want every single person in Dominica to have a home as well. And as the Prime Minister of Dominica, my son is in university. I want for every child in Dominica to have access to university. And that's how we go with life. Looking out for people and ensuring that every single family in Dominica can be truly blessed to be in this.
And we'll be back with more news right after this break. Stay tuned.
Sweet talk, dear man, have a lot of that. Yes, I. You don't know it's your boy Trilogy, urging everybody, young and old, to stay strong and stay healthy. You don't know we're doing it for 2018. Boom. Sweet talk, dear man, have a lot of that. Yes, I. You don't know it's your boy Trilogy, urging everybody, young and old, to stay strong and stay healthy. You don't know we're doing it for 2018. Boom.
And welcome back. Sesame Solar Inc., a provider of turnkey mobile solar nanogrids, has branded together with the Waterfront and Allied Workers Union to provide a self-contained off-grid power supply to the Princess Margaret Hospital. The solar power supply is fully integrated inside an ISO shipping container and can be easily transported to meet the need for off-grid solar power solutions. This system is ideal for disaster recovery, industrial and military applications. During a brief ceremony held at the Princess Margaret Hospital, Vice President of Sesame Solar, Jose Juan Garrigo, officially handed over the nanogrid to the government of Dominica. The $150,000 donation will be used primarily to enhance emergency response in the event of a natural disaster. An official launching ceremony for the East Coast Housing Project was held earlier this week at the Casabros playing field as the government of Dominica continues to address housing needs across the country. The Ministry of Housing and Lands, in collaboration with the Montreal Management Consultants Establishment (MMCA), is funding the construction of apartment buildings around Dominica. Parliamentary representative for the Casabros constituency is Honorable Johnson Drago.
I can report to you as well. Just about a week and a half ago, government signed contracts with 12 contractors of the constituency to first of all reconstruct the 7 homes which were destroyed by Maria in Saint-Sauveur, and to repair the other 3 houses. And contracts were signed to the tune of well over $750,000. And for Casabros, we signed contracts with an additional 6 contractors, and their task were to repair all of the houses built for these needy families. Because government is of the opinion and took the decision that the cost of repairing these houses, the families whom these houses were assigned to, they would not have been able to repair these houses on their own. So government made funds available and gave independent contractors to do these houses for these needy people, my dear people.
Prime Minister of Dominica and Minister for Investments, Housing and Lands, Honorable Roosevelt Skerritt, said he is very happy for the many beneficiaries of these residencies.
That this part of Dominica is a very vulnerable part of the country. And therefore, in responding to the effects of climate change, it is important that we not only build back better, but build in safer areas and safer locations, and ensure that in the event of a similar disaster, similar hurricane, our residents, our families can feel safe in remaining in their homes, knowing that the homes were constructed utilizing all of the technology and the recognition of the categories of hurricane which we experienced and we've experienced last year. So these homes are being constructed with these things in mind to ensure the safety of the residents.
The project will be distributed among the following communities: Delices, La Plaine, Casabros, Saint-Sauveur and Grand Fond, and will comprise a total of 330 residential units, that is 66 in each community.
Will contain 33 residences. The makeup of the 33 residences is as follows: 3 4-bedroom units, 22 bedroom units, and 9 1-bedroom units. So every village we've discussed gets 2 of the buildings, giving you the 66 residences.
The unit will be constructed by the MMCE. And also in the news, the government of Dominica continues to demonstrate its desire to assist families directly affected by the passage of Hurricane Maria by addressing the need for safe and resilient housing across the country. The Dominica government officially launched the construction of apartment buildings for the Northern Housing Project in Georgetown and Cotton Hill, Portsmouth.
This project is tangible evidence of the dreams of the new Portsmouth, which we will realize. In 2009, a Citizens Commission of senior and capable Portsmouth people was formed. And after months of deliberation, the Portsmouth Development Plan was formulated, which developed a roadmap for the development of the town for the next generation. We are starting with this first 68 units, but the ultimate Phoenix development will see the completion of 226 units, all fitted and with a brand new fire station, a new police station, basketball courts, tennis courts, an administrative building with a theater for the performing arts and other amenities.
Douglas further noted that in this plan, the Georgetown area was cited for residential and industrial development. He said the plan also spoke of an administrative building which will be a reality in this development.
We have always felt that with the advent of the electronic age and the new West Coast Road, the connectivity between the capital and the second town has been enhanced. And so certain critical government services available in the city should be brought to the town of Portsmouth. And so we welcome the establishment of the administrative building in this project. So the immigration department could issue passports right here. The traffic department could issue license from Portsmouth. The Inland Revenue and the VAT division could have an office right here. The sub-treasury and the registry could issue birth certificates right here. The education and the sports divisions could have offices right here in Portsmouth. The Prime Minister will have an office right here in Portsmouth. The PAL rep would have a proper office. The mayor and the council will also have offices in this administrative building.
And with that, we come to the end of today's Primetime News package. On behalf of the entire CBN4 team, I am Alan Christopher saying thank you for watching and do join us again.